All right, so today we had our daily Bible chapter reading, and the children shared what they read, like what they learned, and it really moved me. And I said, okay, let's record this. So, Yano, go ahead.
Alright, so mine was the funniest one. And that's why Mom started doing this video.
You have to be audible.
So,
Don't mind the man, don't waste my.
Okay, so I said that the first one I only got 4 from the chapter because those are the ones that stuck out to me. One of them was laziness brings on deep sleep, and an idle person will suffer hunger. And so I got this one because, like, my mom, I came upstairs to grab a pencil so I could circle the things I got, and then my mom was just snoring with her hand on her phone, apparently doing her videos. But my mom was sleeping. I was like, Mom, wake up! I need a pencil. She's like, oh, just take this one. And then when I went back downstairs to circle things, I saw this one. I was like, wow. I don't really think my mom was working. I think maybe she was just scrolling TikTok and then just fell asleep. And then she says that she was working, but I'm not sure if I really believe that. And then she laughed a lot about that part. And then there's an idle person suffers hunger. And that was because Natalia, after we finished, Taya was like, I'm the first to go and eat. And then I was like, wow. So Taya's really idle because she was... And also because she was the first person to say, I'm hungry. And we were all saying that, first said that, I'm first to go and sleep or bath. Ogo said, I'm first to go and bath. First said, I'm first to go and sleep or something. And then Ty said, I'm first to go and eat. And then I was like, oh, wow. So then Taya's, like, idle because she suffers in hunger, apparently. And then for my next one, I got, whoever who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord and will be repaid in full. And then I remembered that, like, the people, like, Mom was kind to them and, like, gave them the basket of food and things. And as you can see, Mom's eating a chocolate because they repaid her back. But, like, that's not the only repayment she's gonna get, because in heaven, God will repay her more, because that's what it says. And, like, Mom and them on TV for, like, in our church when their classroom was working, like, they repaid them. Mom got repaid on earth. She's also gonna get repaid on heaven with that. And then for the next one I got, it was listen to advice and accept instruction so that you may gain wisdom in the future. For the future. And if you check my mom's other videos, where she videos us at that hotel for that mother and daughter thing, my mom was like, my biggest problem with you guys is that you guys disobeyed and have disobedience. So then I was like, oh wow, okay, this one makes a lot of sense. My mom will be happy to hear this one because she wants us to obey really well. And that's listening to advice and accept the instruction. And, like, if we do that, then we'll gain wisdom in the future, and my mom will also be very happy. So I took that one too. And then my last one was, the human mind may devise many plans, but that is the purpose of the Lord that will be established. So this one, we, like, will get, like, many ideas in our head. Like, I got the idea that, like, I would be a singer, which my mom is like, no, it might not work out. And, like, my sister wants to be something, I don't remember. And anyways, but then that's what we think. But then God is the one that actually chooses and devises the purpose of us, because God was the one that made us. And, like, those are the only things I got. And then, like, my mom saw, like, the first 2 ones. I was like, wow, this is really funny, so we should video it. And Emmanuel was like, no, I was the one, which is obviously not true. Anyways,
Yeah, Emmanuel, my mommy. Go on, say your
Okay, so after reading Psalms, Proverbs 19, I learned 2 main things. The first thing I learned was choosing that you should choose wisdom, choose honesty and wisdom over greed and self-control. Every time, no matter what, you'll still always have a choice, and you cannot be lying even though you made the wrong one. And the second thing I learned was self-control. Self-control and kindness brings peace. And what I basically mean by that, how self-control and kindness brings peace, is that causing trouble will just be more trouble. 2 wrongs do not make it right. So having self-control and kindness can bring peace instead of war.
Good job.
Those are the 2 things I learned.
Thank you, Emmanuel and Yano. So, who is next?
I am.
Daniel, remember I told you to tell me.
I want to go.
Okay, yeah, sure, go. Ogo, you ready? Almost? Ogo is not in his...
Hola. So, today we read Proverbs 19. First of the day was...
okay. You are too tall. You are more taller than my camera.
Please. So this is Proverbs. So obviously, there wasn't much of a story to write about or to summarize. So I just wrote down 3. anyways, I just wrote down 3 things that I learned,
Yeah, no, like,
learned
before.
I guess, from it. First is that wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor deserts them. So I think either that could mean that even the poor loses friends, or it could mean that the minute that you're not rich is when they leave you. And if you've ever watched that one show where there's this girl named Max, and then this girl named Caroline Channing, and then Caroline Channing used to be so rich. Then after that, her father's business was shown for being like a scam or something. I don't know. All I've watched is the clips. And then after that, she falls into severe poverty, and now she's poor and she works in a diner, and all of her rich friends leave her. Literally all of them. And her new friends are, poor as well. So I think that's what this verse was saying.
Can you move closer?
Was saying that no matter how rich, that even if you're rich, that most of your friends might not want you for who you are, but for how much money you have. And the second one I read was, the one who finds wisdom loves life, which I think pretty much explains itself, because if you love your life, you're gonna find wisdom, because without wisdom, then how are you supposed to survive in this world? And then 3, whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. And I'm pretty sure this one speaks for itself too, because it's just saying that whichever child is like wrong, like doesn't treat their parents right, robs their father, drives out their mother. And I think it's really weird that nowadays it's so common to have like teenagers stealing from their parents' wallets. Which I'm saying, 1, don't be doing that, because that's just straight up stealing. And 2, like, stop making it a norm. And also, yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you, Auntie Favor. God bless you. Tanya, I know you've spoken to me already. Hold on, shit. Tanya, I know you have said yours, but I want you to just give us like a summary of what you told me.
Okay. So, wait, Mom, what did I tell you again?
What you told me before, I can't remind you. You should be able to remember what you told me. Okay, go bring your Bible and refresh your memory.
But his favorite is like dew on the grass. A stupid child, ruin to a father and a wife. Crushing is a controlled dripping of rain. Is a wealth or... Mom, can you help me read this word?
Quarreling.
Quarreling is in this word? Please.
And that word is quarreling. Which one? Continua dripping of rain.
Is a wealth or you know this word?
Which one? Inherited
Of parents, but a pregnant wife.
You don't want to give us a summary instead of reading?
Oh, okay.
What do you remember about everything you did? I know you did well the other time, but we were not recording. And I just wanted you to tell us, in everything you read, what stays in your mind.
What stays in my mind? What I told? Oh yeah, forgiveness. Wait, what else?
Oh yeah, forgiveness. Yeah.
Well, that was what I told one of the stuff.
So, do you promise to forgive?
Yes.
Okay. Go. All right, go. I'm listening.
Just talked about like the poor having more like wisdom than like the rich, like being like wisdom overpowers wealth, like a wealthy greedy man,
Okay.
and wealth gets lots of attention, but like wise people get attention by God. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ogo. By the way, Ogo is already tired. This is almost 12 a.m. 11:59. So Ogo is completely tired because he just woke up from sleep. I woke him up from sleep. He actually dozed off while he was waiting for his turn. It's already 12 a.m. by the way, so he hardly sleep late, but tonight he couldn't help it. He had to sleep late. And then I think it was my fault. I called them too late. It was past 11 that I started calling them over to come and give me summary of what they have read. So tell me yours. I'm listening. Yeah, no. What did you read about Jesus? Yeah, tell me what do you know about Jesus?
Nothing.
Okay, so today's verse is Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. So this is a proverb, so it's obviously words of wisdom. So what I learned was that doing good to your neighbor is doing good to God, because when you do good to your neighbor, God sees it. That's the same thing as when Jesus said that when you do good to the poor, you're doing good to me. So the second thing I learned was that only people who accept advice are wise, because if you never accept advice, like if you're trying to do something and somebody's like, oh yeah, maybe you could do it this way and that way's the right way, and you just say, oh no, I'm just gonna go my own way, that's not really gonna work out for you, because not everybody thinks the same way, and that's how groups get the things done better than a singular person. And the third thing I learned was that those who are angry all the time will suffer all the time, because if you're always angry, you always get into trouble, and people have to bail you out of it, and then you get into trouble again and again and again. Yeah. So that's all the things I learned.
So, were you able to read the full chapter, or you just?
No, I read the full chapter, but I picked the ones that stood
Yeah,
out most.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You're welcome.